All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, champions. How's everybody doing? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, you can see me. Amazing. So I had to improvise a little bit. And since the topic of today is how to build during the summer, I figured I'll come to one of my favorite hotels and I'll do the webinar from here. Because, you know, business pretty much anywhere. We always talk about the first capitalize on this in Cyprus. If you've never been here, I highly recommend putting it on your list. It's one of my favorite hotels here in Cyprus. And who knows, maybe one day we'll do a really cool escape here so you guys can experience it. But how's everybody doing? It's literally like 1 week since we were together in Bucharest. Before we get into the webinar, I would love to know from all of you guys, put on the chat, give me one highlight of the week, this week, something that you're proud of that you did this week following after the event. Okay. I would love to hear from everybody. A biggest highlight of the week. Let's see who's going to go first. And I know you didn't expect me to ask questions, but sometimes we got to do things more interactive because I want to hear from you guys too. Launch party for a new team member. Amazing, Nisa. Imola wrote something in Hungarian, which I don't understand. Signed up a new person with the new Freedom Pack. I love it, Sandy. Congratulations. Chongi. Yeah, I did a big shout out for Chongi and Imola, guys. Literally, I'm so proud of these guys to literally almost triple. She's like, Imola's like correcting him. It's not 21, it's 23. Almost triple their numbers for Milan already to what they had at the last event. So they literally went in Madrid with 3 people, turned it into 9 by Bucharest, and now they're already to 23 for Milan. I honestly, guys, you know, I'm gonna voice it. I would not be surprised if you got at least 50 people there by Milan. I would not be surprised. And actually, that's one of the things I want to share with you as well. It's one thing my mentor shared with me many years ago. He goes, don't just look at how many people you have in your team at the event. Look at how much market share you have in the room. If there's 200 people in the room, what percentage do you want to have in your team from those 200? Do you want to have 10%? Do you want to have 20%? Do you want to have 30%? And I literally remember when I first got started in network marketing, I always used to be, you know, my mentor said, leaders get there first. They're the first to arrive. They're the last ones to leave. So I used to get there and make sure that, you know, the team was sitting together to bring maximum energy. And I always used to sit there and count how many chairs do I have from my team, until it got to the point where I lost count. Okay. Chongi, 90%. I love it, Chongi. Awesome. So Annika talked to a lot of people and socialized and called contact from Bucharest. Awesome. Perfect. Midsummer holiday. Well, you know, it's actually in Cyprus this weekend, and one of the reasons I'm out, it's a long weekend this weekend. I know you guys celebrate Midsummer's Day, and I know it's a huge thing because I've celebrated Midsummer's Day in Sweden and in Lithuania. It's a very, very big deal. Here we celebrate what we call Kataklysmos. Now, Kataklysmos means the floods. And it's actually not a celebration, but like it's almost commemorates the great floods that happened with Noah's Ark in the Bible back in the day. And I think it's quite relevant in terms of what I want to share about building during the summer. And don't worry, if you're not religious, I'm not going to get biblical with you. But I think the analogy in terms of Noah's Ark is relevant to what we're building in network marketing sometimes, because we're building a vehicle, right? We're building a vehicle that's going to enable us to recession-proof ourselves and our families. Now, at the beginning, similar to what Noah went through, when Noah started building the ark, the weather was great. There was no crazy rain. And a lot of his friends were telling him, what are you doing building this great big boat? Who do you think you're going to take on this great big boat? And if you know the story from the Bible, he literally took a male and a female of, let's say, every single animal species in the world and his family, right? And a lot of people called him crazy, similar to what we get sometimes in network marketing. You're trying to build your dream, your ark, and you're getting your friends going, come on, what are you doing this for? Don't you know it's the weekend? Relax, have a beer. I know the football's on at the moment as well, isn't it? Right? Everybody's nodding. I only found that accidentally today from Chongi. And then another one of my German friends that I went out for a beer with, he's like, yeah, I'm going to go watch the football now. I was like, yeah. Sorry, I'm not a football fan. Don't hate me. But the thing is that that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot of people going, come on, it's the weekend. You should be relaxing. You work too hard, or it's nighttime, because we build our network marketing business when most people are resting, right? We build it, our peak time in network marketing is 7 to 9 at night. So when most people come home from work, that's when we work the hardest. And the weekends, that's our peak time. So for a season, you got to go through and you got to go completely against what is natural for most people. Because what is natural for most people is to come home from work, maybe have a beer, maybe have a glass of wine, sit down in front of the telly, right? And as we call it, veg out, which veg out means be in a vegetable-like state in front of the television. Think about that for a moment, by the way. Okay, think about what that means. That we have 24 hours in a day. The average person has 80 years to live. And if we sleep 8 hours a day and we work 8 hours a day, we have 8 hours to us that we can do something meaningful. And most people will spend 3-4 hours either in front of the telly or on their phone scrolling. And when I tell people sometimes that I sleep 6 hours a night, they tell me 6 hours a night is not healthy. And I tell them, I can't bear to think that when I turn 90 years old, if I sleep 8 hours a day, I would have slept for 30 years. It just the thought of that drives me crazy. So yes, sometimes we've got to go through that season to build our arc, where we got to go against the masses that are giving us their opinion about what we should be doing. And speaking about summer right now, it's the 23rd of June, right? A lot of people are either going on holidays or thinking about holidays. Now, some people's challenge is our opportunity, right? Here's the other thing that I've learned about building on the holidays, okay? It can be a little bit tougher at the beginning because the temptations are a lot more. The weather is nice, the beach is nice. But you know what though, guys? You can make your business fun during the holidays. Find a nice hotel to go work from. I love working out of hotels, out of hotel lobbies. Why? Because it's a beautiful surrounding. You get out of the house a little bit, you have some fun. Here's a really cool thing as well that we used to do. We used to love working from cafes on the beach in our swimsuits. Nothing's stopping you. You don't have to wear a school uniform. You don't have to wear your work uniform, right? You can do this from anywhere. So you can literally get a group of your team, go find a really cool, I'm sorry if you don't have a beach, you should come to Cyprus. We have many of them, okay? But find the lake, find, a really nice spot where most people go to relax. and use that as your office. So you can also paint the lifestyle, because this is your office, not a picture of Sparky, but this is your office, your phone, right? It's a pool. Yeah, exactly. Working by the pool, right? I remember there was a training that I went to when I first got started in network marketing. And, I had this thing in my mind that is like, no, I have to be in front of the laptop and I have to be on a desk in order to build this business, because I was programmed from working in an office. And I went to this training and the trainer said, hey, you know what? The best thing that you can do, the best investment, go get some waterproof headphones. Get some waterproof headphones. Get one of those, I don't know what they call it in English, the things that are float on the swimming pool that you're lying on. What do they call them? Right? You know what I'm talking about though, right? The things that you blow up and you're lying, on a swimming pool. He goes, lie down in the swimming pool, have your phone in your hand, make sure you put it in a waterproof cover, have your headphones on, and make your phone calls. And while you make your phone calls, occasionally splash the water a little bit. Because your friends are probably going to ask you, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, oh, I'm just working in the pool. Okay. What are you doing? Like, you're basically right now showing them that this is what lifestyle is all about. I am building my future. Yes, I might be doing it on the evenings or the weekends, because let's say you got a full-time job during the day, but it can be fun. I'm having fun and I'm making money and I'm impacting lives. Because that's what we do, guys. We're having fun, we're making money, we're impacting lives. And when you also start having fun with building this business, the other thing that's going to happen is you're going to start attracting people to you like a magnet, because people want to have fun, don't they? If you're sitting here, you're telling people, you got to make the phone calls, you got to make the presentations, it sounds like work. But if you're sitting there, you're getting your group of team members and you're going by the pool and you're making your phone calls and celebrating along the way. Hey, I booked another appointment. Hey, I just closed, enrolled a new person. Hey, I just booked somebody else for a training. Energy breeds energy. This business is more fun when you're building it as a team. So take this opportunity during the summer and create little mini team activities, okay? Go find somewhere cool to work from, make your phone calls together. And here's the other thing that you're going to find as well, is that when you're getting the team together as well to do action together, people become more productive. Because I don't time blocking. Literally block some time that you're going to go, no distractions, no notifications whatsoever. Okay. For the next 90 minutes, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on booking appointments. That's it. And you're getting together as a team. It might be like 3-4 of you or whatever, but you're getting together as a team and you're making phone calls together. And then you do a little competition of who's going to book the most appointments. The person that books the most appointments, everybody has to buy him lunch. Right? Like something like that. It might be like, if there's 5 of you, I don't know, cost you €3 each, whatever. But it's not about the buying of the lunch, it's about making it fun. Right? What you're going to find is that when you get a group of people together and they're all doing the same thing, they're going to be so much more productive that within a short period of time, you will book more appointments together as a team within a short period of time than you would do as an individual over the whole week. Okay? This is the way to also show your team how to build the business. Guys, a lot of people want to build the business, but they don't know how to build the business. So as a result, you know what they do? They procrastinate. Right? They procrastinate. They go, yeah, I'll make some phone calls later. They pick up the phone. They send out a couple of messages. They go make a coffee. Oh, the football is on the television, and I'm just going to watch just a little bit on YouTube. Then I'll send out another message. Then what happens? 2 hours go past, and they've sent out 3 messages. And they're like, yeah, I'm working on my business. Right? I'm telling you, like when you start asking the right questions, you'll really identify what people are doing. When people come up to me and they go, I've been building this business for 6 months and I'm not happy with my results. And I'll go, great. How many people have you shown in the last 6 months? Show me your list of how many people you've shown. And they'll go, I've shown 15. And I go, great. So you've done 15 hours, not 6 months. Right? So the results that you've got now is a result of the 15 hours that you put in, not the result of 6 months. So yes, you're right, Pernilla. The reason we have this challenge of 100 no's until Milan is specifically for that reason. Because you got to give people the specific actions to focus on. And the only action that mainly focus, that is the thing that's going to make the biggest difference in your business is 2 things. How many presentations have you done? How many people do you have coming from Milan? Those are the 2 most important things. Now, I know some of you are going to go, yeah, but it's also important to invite. Of course. But the outcome of the invitation is the presentation. Right? Okay. So the only 2 things we focus on every single day, ask yourself this question. How many people have I shown secret to? How many people have I booked for the next event? Literally, that's the only 2 things you should focus on every single day. If you're not speaking to at least 2 people a day, every single day, and showing them a presentation, getting someone booked for training, we're not even playing. Right? Okay. So, number 1, find a really cool place to work from. Number 2, work together as a team. Bring your team together so you can make it fun. Okay. The other thing is do something fun with your team afterwards as well. I'm not saying every time. I'm just saying, let's say, for example, today's Sunday. Okay. I love working on Sundays. I'll normally take my days off on, Tuesdays or Wednesdays or things like that. But Sundays, I like working on Sundays purely because, like I said to you, Monday is usually the most hated day of the week. So it's the best time to invite, okay? Because most people are not looking forward to Monday, okay? Before we joined Secret, my day off was always Monday. Every Monday I'd go to a spa and massage or whatever. And I used to do a hashtag, I love Mondays, with a picture of something cool that I was doing. Then we came to Secret, and Monday is the last day of the week, and Monday is Money Monday. So that's not my day off anymore. Like we adjust in terms of that. So the thing is, if let's say you go out on a Sunday and you do, 3-4 hours, you do like a mini blitz with your team where you get together and you do presentations. And then you spend half an hour and you go, guys, for the next half an hour, we're literally going to book appointments for the next week. And then go out for a dinner. Go out to a bar, have some drinks, play some pool. Now, I will put a little disclaimer in terms of having drinks. One thing that I learned from one of my mentors is 2 drinks maximum when you're with your team. Okay? 2 drinks maximum when you're with your team. I've seen people crush their whole team. Why? Because they were respected by their team until their team saw them drunk. I'm not saying that you guys do this, okay? But people will always remember you at your worst. Okay? You might have only been drunk once in 6 months, but they'll remember that once. Okay? So, I used to have a very big Polish team. They used to love their vodkas. And we had this guy in the team. He was one of the leaders of the team. He used to love going out, but he never knew when to stop drinking vodka shots. As a result, one night he had one too many shots. He had alcohol poisoning. He was on the floor throwing up. His team took pictures of him, and that was circulating in their team WhatsApp group. Hey, well, look at what happened to him. He can't handle his alcohol, da da da. Now his team thought they were being funny. But you know what happened? It became like the joke of the team. That the next day when he was up doing the presentation and he was getting edified, you know what they were doing? They were kind of sniggering, you know? So I'm saying that, you know, and I'm sorry to kind of like put a little dampener on our fun conversation because, you know, I always like to speak to people with the end result in mind. And the end result is what, guys? The end result is for every single one of you guys to be leading a team of hundreds and later on thousands of people. And as you start to grow your team and you start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, this is some of the leadership conversations you're going to need to have with your team sometimes. You know, that it's not just in terms of what you do in the business, but it's also what you do around the business. You know, how are you behaving around the business? That's also going to influence your team as well. So yes, go out for a couple of drinks with your team. Yes, go play some pool, have some fun, but just always remember, keep it within a limit because you never want to give an excuse to become unedifiable, to become difficult to edify. Are you guys with me? Okay. So here's the other thing as well that, you know, it's I also found in the summer. Some of the biggest stories that I've had in my team over the last 16 years in network marketing have come during the holidays. Literally during the holidays. And when I say holidays, during the Christmas season and during the summer season. I don't know what it is, call it universe, call it God, but I always find when you're willing to go and do something that most people are not willing to do, at the beginning it's hard, but then sometimes after you push through the hard, then you get favored. It's magical how these things happen. I will never forget one of the first people that joined my business that really impacted my business was a young guy, 22 years old, that literally signed up just at the beginning of the summer. He did 300 presentations during the summer. 300 presentations during the summer with 0 signups. He was this close to giving up. And then literally in September, there was a major event like what's happening in Milan. He came to that event, and within the next 3 months, he went to building a team of a couple of hundred. Okay. So what we've got the 100 squared, he reached that level within the next 3 months. So first 3 months, 300 presentations, 0 signups. After the training, because his confidence got bigger, his belief got higher, his energy was different. When people were saying no to him before he went to an event, he was getting crushed emotional. He was like, oh, you know, I'm fine. But you know, when people tell you they're fine, but you can feel they're not, I'm fine, I don't care. When people were telling him no after the event, he was laughing at them. Not in a mean way. He was just laughing, and they were looking at him going, why are you laughing? I just told you you're an idiot for joining this business. It's like, because you don't know what I know. So his level of belief was so high that he was like, if you only knew. So his level of enthusiasm got them to question their negativity. Do you see the difference? See, whenever you're presenting, guys, there's always the influencer and the one that gets influenced. Either your belief is higher than their lack of belief and you influence them to borrow some of your belief, or their lack of belief is higher than yours and they influence you to believe less. Somebody's always making a sale during a presentation. Are you selling them on your vision, or are they selling you on their lack of vision? That's what you got to ask yourself, right? So his energy was basically so high, nothing was affecting him. So he kept on doing his presentations with enthusiasm. And that's why he went to literally building a team of a couple of hundred within 3 months. And the next 3 months after that, he hit one of the levels where he was the first one in all of Europe to make over 10K per month. build a team of close to 1,000. This is a kid that literally had no money to come to that training. In fact, he had to borrow money to come to the training, and he slept on the floor of a friend's apartment in London because that's where the event was in that year. And he joined during the summer. There's many other people that joined during the summer. And it's crazy how it happens. It's literally, you're out there right now this summer, and if you do the work, you're building your arc. And when September happens, there's going to be a flood. And I'll tell you why there's going to be a flood. Because we find that the best recruiting time is usually September, October, November, and then spring. Those 2 times are consistently the best recruiting times. Do you know why that is? Do you think it's a coincidence that the best recruiting time always follows the holidays? It follows the holidays because during the holidays, people have time to reflect. They reflect on their life. They're on the beach. They finally have the chance to stop and think, is this what I want from my life? Am I excited to go back to work? And a lot of them realize they're not excited to go back to work. They're not excited to go back to their job. And that's why usually around September, October, it's a big recruiting time because a lot of people have gone back to work going, maybe I need to do something different. So when the floods happen and all these people are now like, oh my God, I need to get on the ark. The one with the biggest ark can bring in the most people. So that's why you got to use the summer season in order to build your arc. So you can bring in the amount of people. Now, some people will do the mistake, which is, it's summer, I'm going to relax, I'll get back to my business in September. Those people are the ones that are like literally in the middle of the ocean in September, and it's like they're on a little floaty. They can't take anybody on their floaty. The floaty is going to sink, right? So what do you want to do by the end of summer? Do you want to basically have a little floaty? Do you want to have a little boat where you can only bring in a couple of people? Or do you want to have a big, gigantic ark that can handle a lot of people because you were out there and you were literally putting in the work, sowing the seeds, and now you're ready to bring in the harvest? Is this making sense, guys? Okay. So, a couple of things before we wrap up. Number one, the event promo should have finished on Friday night. Luckily for us, Kaylee has been on holidays. And since it's a manual process, she has not been able to turn it off. However, she reached out to me today and she said, sorry, I just got back from my holiday. I'm going to finish off the event pack tonight. And I was like, hey, pretty please, because it's Sunday and we have a team call, can you not finish the event promo tonight? Can you just give us till tomorrow night? And since I asked so very nicely, she agreed that she would keep the event promo of the buy one, get one free until midnight tomorrow night. Okay? So you literally have 24 hours left. See who else you got to speak to on your team in order to get them booked, right? Same with the €100 pack. That's also going to finish tomorrow night at midnight. So €100 pack, whether it's the skincare pack, whether it's the nutrition pack, of course, until stocks last. Okay, so if they finish before tomorrow night, please don't shoot me. But they're literally going to close off tomorrow night. So guys, considering it's the last week before the end of the month, this is really the opportunity to go through your team and just, I'm going to tell you, write this down, okay? Go into your back office, click on my business, and click on my organization. When you do that, it's going to show you everybody on your organization, okay? Anybody that is not active, get them to activate. Get them on Club Secret or get them to get one of the packs. The packs is crazy value, right? So get them to get a pack that's 1 point towards your squared bonus, okay? So ask yourself, how many more points do I need in order to hit 5 squared, to hit 10 squared, 25 squared? And go through your whole team and see how many people you can get activated. Now, something really cool is that now the company is going to be sending an automated email out. It's still in testing phase, by the way. So please don't count on this. Be proactive with your team. But the company is going to be sending out an automated email when people go inactive. They will get an email saying your account is inactive. Click here to pay now. And you'll be able to click the button and you'll be able to reactivate, which makes it so much easier. However, because this is still in testing phase, please don't count on this. If you go through your organization, see who's active and give them a call and just go, hey, did you get the email from the company to reactivate? Remember, if you lose your 50-50 status, you lose your getaway. It would be a shame for someone to be on 50-50 for 6 months or 8 months, and literally 1 month they go inactive and they lose their getaway. Okay, a lot of people don't know that, so you're giving them a courtesy call to let them know. You guys with me? Okay, you're doing them a favor. I guess some people that go, I feel uncomfortable calling people. Man, if you knew that for the sake of 100 euros, you lost a 500 to 2,000 euro holiday, wouldn't you be upset if someone didn't tell you? Okay, so that's the way you got to look at it. You got to stay on top of it, right, as their leader and let them know. Just go, look, I would hate to lose it. Okay, now I would want someone to let me know if I'd lost that. I would hate to miss it for the sake of a month. So under my organization, you'll be able to see that there. You can click on who's inactive. You can also see who's just on Club Secret. Okay, so you can, if they're just on Club Secret, you can get them to get one of the packs, the 100 euro pack. That means they count as 1 point instead of half a point. Cool? Okay, so the last but not least, the reward escapes alive. There's already a banner in your back office that you can click on that will enable you in order to take your getaway points or your credit at $50 increments and turn your credit into points so you can go on a reward escape. How cool would it be if you had the story of hey, listen, I was a member of Secret for the last 12 months. I've been on a getaway. I experienced some amazing products. My skin looks better. My energy's been through the roof. And with all the credit that I got, I managed to go to Bali and I only spent this. You coming with me on the next one? Okay. These are the stories that when you're following up with your people that you've shown the presentation to, and maybe nothing came out of it over the next 3 months, 6 months, when you're having a conversation and following up with them, and you're going, hey, how's the last few months been for you? Guess what they're going to ask you? Hey, they're going to say probably not bad, same. What about you? Well, let me tell you what the last few months have been like. I've done this and this and this and this, and I'm already booked to go to Bali, or I'm already booked to go to Thailand. I'm already booked to go to Mexico. You want to come? Okay, so that is part of your follow-up strategy. Okay, so I think we covered a lot of things on this call. Okay, anything you guys need, guys, I'm always available as much as I possibly can be in order to support you guys. Just take advantage over the next 24 hours as well. So in order to get as many points as you need for your squared bonus and to get some more people booked for Elevate, Milan is going to be off the charts. There's going to be some crazy announcements coming out of Freedom Academy in the US in the next 30 days. I can tell you that. Fasten your seatbelts. There's going to be a massive ride coming up over the next few months. So take advantage of it. Build your arc. Get ready when the storms happen. You're going to be one of those people that's going to be chilling on your arc and telling some people that were crazy, telling you that you're crazy. You should be telling them from up in the arc, it's pretty cool up here. You should have got on the arc when I told you, but it's not too late. I'll send you a lifeline now so you can climb up. Have an amazing week, guys. See you soon.